What I think we're actually going to play tonight is Selesnya Spiders, because, you know, I think a lot of people tried to make the 5-color Spiders deck kind of a meme and all that. We discarded it 3 days after Standard was a thing. I think we kind of discarded Spider-Man Standard in general. But if we're going to play it, let's play it. Let's try to concentrate this deck down a little bit more and not concentrate so much on Cosmic Spider-Man or whatever he's called in the Omen Pass set. Instead, we're just going to focus on spiders and try to make him as easy to cast as possible. We're just going to play 2 colors and play the good spiders and the cards that are good with spiders. So with that in mind, we're going to play Zora Spider Fancier. One of the few, but not the only, non-spiders in the deck. This will basically be like a 1-mana anthem effect for any spiders that we play, which is good. We get a little bit of life too. There's not anything that triggers off the life gain in this deck, but, you know, this card's seen a lot of play in the mono white life gain decks. I want to try it in the spider decks. It's kind of a lowish curve. See what happens. Fate Weaver is also in here. I guess there's a few things this can probably go and get for us. I think it goes and gets the anthem effect. No, it doesn't. It's got to be a spider human. No, just spider hero. So it does go and get it goes and gets Terran Tusk, I guess. But there's a few things that this can go and get for us. And I kind of like that about it. But it's also just a 1-mana Wreath's Death Touch for, you know, as a 1/1. That's pretty cool. I'll take this. It's a spider. It's early on the curve. We need those. Let's go. We've also got 1 copy of a Most Helpful Weaver. I'm not sure how helpful this card actually is, but I'm going to give it a shot tonight. Kind of see what we can do with it. There's also 1 copy of Miles Morales in here. Kryn Undercity Dreamer. I want to try this, but I've only got 1 copy. And I'm not coming off Mythic Wildcards to play this. I'm not going to do it. There are ways to cast the 6 mana half of it or transform it in this deck, but mostly I just want the enter the battlefield trigger at least the 1 time. I think that could be good. Terran Tusk will, anthem all of our spiders for us. There's a couple of ways of doing that in the deck. Twitching Doll will ramp and get us whatever mana we want. It's just a decent spider. I'll take it. MacD and Itla, Sky Snares. I guess this is a Spider Woman in the Spider-Man set. This is just 2 mana. It's Azorius technically, but, we're green-white. We can play this card. 2 mana for a 2/2 flyer. Artifacts and creatures our opponents control enter tapped. Gross. We'll take that. Demera, Soul of a Spider. Just a 1-of in here because I've only got 1 copy, first of all. I don't want to spend rares on this. But at the same time, I think we're playing enough non-spiders already that I don't want a million copies of this. We have other ways of drawing cards on spiders that I don't know how many I'd actually play. We got enough 2-drops too, so I probably would play 2 or 3 of this, but I'm not doing it right now. I'm also playing 1 copy of Janai and Hoppy. Just 1, because I don't think this is very good either, but I want to try it out. 2 mana for a 2/2. During our turn, it's got flying, and when Janai and Hoppy leaves the battlefield, we get a 1/1 human citizen guy, so body when it leaves the table, sure. Spinner of Souls is in here. This is kind of a card advantage engine in some ways. Whenever a non-token guy dies, we can reveal cards until we get a creature, put it into our hand, let's go. So I like that. Scuttling Spider Coach is a terrible 3-drop, but I want to try it out. It might actually give us the sort of reach that we need to finish games, depending on board states. This is 3 mana for a 3/3 vehicle with Trample and Crew 2. Whenever this thing attacks or blocks, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn for every spider we control. We actually control kind of a lot of those some of the time. Rouse the Swarm is the other spider anthem, though. 4 mana is a lot for an anthem, but it comes with a 3/2 spider, technically. And when it gives us the spider token when it enters, we also gain 1 life for all the spiders we control. So between this and Zora, we're gaining enough life to stay in the game against aggro decks, which I hope will be good enough to get rid of the Screaming Nemesises and other important threats. There's Get Lost. Seam Rip is also in the deck to take care of smaller threats. But this is a pretty normal little deck, I think. We got a few good spiders. We got stuff like Demera and Spinner of Souls that'll help us, stay in cards for the most part. Fate Weaver could be a decent tutor if we need anything specific at the time. I kind of like that. MacD is kind of a tax or stacks effect. Not too bad. We shouldn't hurt for mana with Twitching Doll. We've got stuff like Cavern of Souls to get around counter spells. I'm feeling okay about it. Some normal removal spells, some normal creatures, and it's probably a pretty bad deck, but maybe all the anthem effects make up for it enough. And back to Spider Coach for just a second before we get on with it here. I think there might be boards where we can't get through with our 3 power spiders that we have 4 of. But we can get through with a 7/7 trample, right? So I think it's mostly supposed to be for spider decks in draft, but I kind of want to see if there's moments where it translates into standard. Probably won't, but, you know, we have to see if Selesnya Spiders is actually bad, because I don't think anyone actually bothered to play this deck. It's like, we should eventually win a game just because. You know, like, we've got 1-drops, we got anthems, we got removal, decent curve. Like, we should just win because that's a Magic deck, but I don't know that you can do that in Standard anymore. I really don't know that you can. I think Standard's just Modern now. You know what I mean? Alright, we go first against Bizarro. We got a couple of Zoras. Kind of sucks, but overall decent curve here, I guess. Let's try it out. We got the kind of non-bow curve of Zora into Terran Tusk, but probably go Zora Weaver here. If we can, let's find out. Bizarro apparently has a Bizarro hand. They took a mulligan. At least one. Could be more. You know how mulligans are. This is a really good board, by the way. It's like Eldraine board. It's dope. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's like a mulligan. You are a human citizen. So if I throw down Cavern of Souls, yeah, let's starting town first. And Zora. We'll gain the life. It's one of those aggro decks that can play lands like this, and it doesn't really matter. Opponent starts on Godless Shrine. Okay, you know how much I like that. And I do. I do. Let's name Spider. And then Weaver. Even though hardly know her. I do like this curve because it can turn Zora into a spider. And that could matter. But let's see if we're playing against removal.deck over there. They play Godless Shrine 2. They do not want to lose life to their own stuff. Yeah, it's removal.deck. They seem rip our token. Always fun to play against such a creative Magic player. It's Lush Portico. Kren on top, sure. And then Terran Tusk #1. We got 2 separate copies of, like, extra copies of Legends and everything. But I get a feeling that we're going to want them this game. Third mana is blue mana, so I think we know how things are going to work out here. Let's double strike the Zora, actually. Just go ahead and let them remove it, if they're going to. Not yet. Not yet. Let's Kren. I want to do this main phase 1. You and you, sure. See what they end up using removal on this turn. They will. They will. There's no chance we hit with both these guys. You gotta put that out of your mind. They consult the star charts. Oh, well, maybe there is a chance. Dang, okay. Well, maybe it's just Sweeper. We put them at 8, though, which is a pretty good number, I'd say. 4 mana, that's Day of Judgment mana. So... Oh my god, they scoop! Whoo! So we just beat some sort of control deck, it appears, with one of the fastest possible spider starts. So... Nice. Take a win where we can get them, baby. We still had a spinner in our hand, so if they do have Day of Judgment, they just don't like cast it this turn or something. Then we can spinner next turn. That could be pretty good. That could be okay. I could see it being alright. I don't know. Fun game. We got one, baby. Take that control. Spiders win. Yeah. I didn't think we'd say that all night. Here we are. We are up against Macro the Brilliant over here. And they get to go first. So I'm sure that they will appear brilliant to us. We have a Hushwood Verge, but it's basically a forest. We get our Demera. That's kind of nice. Into Twitching Doll. It's another curve that's not good. Zora into Demera. Not great. I'll take it, though. Seam Rip. They start on starting town as well. And I guess we should, too. That's Zora. Zora! The Explorer. See what Macro's cooking over there. Wastewood Verge after starting town. What could you be up to, I wonder? Could you be up to dumb stuff? Let's find out. I guess I'll just Demera. Actually, I'll keep setting up. I'll Demera this turn. I will Probably regret it. Let's see if we ever draw a card off of that. They say go. They didn't play a land. That's wild. All right, so Cavern on Spiders. And Macd? I like Macd and Itla. I like that when you say the name of this card, it's 2 of the 4 characters from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Not only is it Mac, it's also D. Let's play this and draw a card. Yeah! Yeah, alright, so we get a Plains. That's not bad. I'm gonna attack with Zora. Does that feel like it, I guess? I guess attacking with Zora makes sense if you have, like, web slinging in your deck. You didn't draw another land. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Macro the Brilliant. I'm sure you're a really good Magic player. And that deck is cool. I'm sure this deck is, I mean, Wastewood Verge, a good card. Gotta draw your lands, though. No removal, either. Is this start on green? Yeah, it starts on green. It sucks. But you had black mana with Starting Town. I don't know. Just 1 removal spell and you're in the game. You know what I mean? It's not so bad. Little do they know our only remaining threats in hand are 2 Twitching Dolls. Which I'm pretty sure if I had more copies of certain cards, Twitching Doll might be the first thing I'd take out. But note that we're having a problem tonight getting spiders. You know? Not every creature's a spider. Opponent goes. We're up against Tronic Killer here. Smoking on that Tronic. This isn't the absolute best curve I've ever seen, but we got removal. We got a 2-drop. I'll take it. Why not? Opponent with... Well, I thought they mulliganed. They didn't. They just play Commercial District from turn 1. That could be anything. No more information from their yard there. Guess we go Portico turn 1 with no better drops. Rouse the Swarm number 2. Man, I'm about that life. I'll take that. Haven't got to resolve 1 tonight, so I kind of want to, you know. See if opponent gives us a chance. We got removal. We have some. Ah, Urza's Saga Mountain, so you know they're cool. Aw, Breakout! Ba-da-da-ba-da-da, it's fear of missing out. Gotta rhyme out without there, but I think it works. Draw, discard, hit us for 2. Then we'll seam rip that little annoying dude. What you gonna discard? Alright, they discard another Commercial District. They draw fresh. Get in for 2. Ski Breakout's a good Magic card. Let's play Cabin. Well, no. Let's play Hushwood Verge. And I could play a creature, but it is correct to seam rip. Fairly certain. Problem is that these green-red decks that play FOMO on turn 2 do all kinds of crazy stuff on turns 4 and 5, so see if we can weather the storm. Need your hands on my back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think it's going to happen. FOMO number 2! Alright. Pretty good. Card's so nice, you played it twice. Bushwhack in the yard, fresh card in the hand. They play a Forest. See if they whack. There'd be a lot of whacking, you know? You get a Spinner of Souls. Every time I see this card, it reminds me of Degrassi, and I will not explain that. But I'm going to play Spinner. And Sega. See what happens. We can Passage next turn. It's going to cost us some life, but I guess I'm willing to pay it. And with that Passage, we get Passage to many options. We can play Get Lost into Janai and Oppie. We can play Rouse the Swarm. Swing 5, you know. Could work. Gain a little life back with Rouse the Swarm. Maybe we want to save Rouse the Swarm when we gain, you know, 3 life, 4 life. We'll see. Opponent kind of having to think over there. Yeah, here comes the rope, buddy. Here comes the rope. Here comes the rope. Here comes the boom. It's a ridiculous song. They're getting in? Nah. I'm cool, dog. Was that the right decision? I guess let's find out. They overprotect? Hey, I'll take 5. Whatever. Who cares? At least the Spinner didn't die, and we didn't take a bunch of trample damage. That's cool. That makes me feel smart. What else you got? You got a removal spell? You got a torch? You got a bushwhack? You get to kill it anyway. I see. I see. Okay, so they get another land. There's 2 cards left in their hand. There's Zora's our draw for the turn. At this point... Huh. What if I still played Rouse the Swarm? What if I did it? Okay, I could also play Zora into Janai and Hoppy, and it's larger than a FOMO, so that's kind of dope, right? Let's try that. Let's try this play. Zora, a Janai, which always makes me think of Forrest Gump. Janai, and then this can come into play tapped, I guess. You make white mana, I guess? Intercept. Cool. Cool, man. Let's get it. Still holding on this removal spell for dear life. I imagine it will have to be used eventually. What is in your yard? Alright, 3 out of 4, so you can Delirium like pretty soon. No creature in there, so that's all it's going to take. You got Hot Shot. Wildfire. The wild folk come down. You have haste? Yeah, okay, so 3-2 haste. Sick. So, yeah, the way to deal with this, do you still have an Overprotect? If you do, how much damage do I take? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, go to 6, back up to 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I could probably pull that off. I could probably take this shot in the mouth. I'm smelling it, dude. Like, why are you getting in with FOMO, you know? Well, that went by fast enough. Maybe they didn't have something. Keen-Eyed Curator is the case that they gave me. Alright, so let's play land. That's interesting. They got 1 card in their hand. If we Rouse the Swarm here. Spiders, we gain enough life. We go to 12. It's attacking here correct. They still need to enable Delirium. They haven't done it yet. So you don't have reach? Yeah, you would have a giant bow and arrow if you had reach. Yeah, let's get in. Sure. 16. Let's race. If that's what we're doing. I'm not sure. But we got to take advantage here. Lowish number of cards in their hand. Looking at our stuff with Keen-Eyed Curator, we only have 1 card in there. They might be able to get Curator big this turn and just forsake the idea of Delirium. But if they can get Delirium, they attack twice. Wildfire's, you know, 4-power guy. It's kind of cool. Here comes the rope. Here comes the boom! What is that song in my head? We can do it, chat. I think we can do it, son. Quantum Runner, what's going on, dude? Super late, but here now. Don't worry about it, man. You're here. So it matters. Opponent is hroping here. They Violent Urge their Wildfire Wicker Folk. However, they still don't actually have Delirium. So that's good news. How do you get it? How do you get it? Okay, swing with that boy too. Okay. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 is what we're taking right now. If they get double strike on the Wicker Folk. If. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 if they have Overprotect. Are we dead to any of this? Is it definitely better to not block here? I think Zora can block and it's fine. First strike haste, you don't have trample. But what if they can get trample instant speed? Guess I'll go with Curator here. I think Zora can block. I think it's probably fine. Famous last words though, you know what I mean? We go to 8. And that's all, right? They still have a card in their hand. It is another Curator. Yeesh. Keep playing bodies to the board. We draw a land and it's tapped. If it were an untapped land, it'd be one thing, but the fact that it's tapped kind of sucks. So let's Rouse the Swarm. Spider Anthems. Go. Opponent is down to no cards in hand. You guys think they'll double block here? I think they probably will. But if they do, that might be okay. It really might. Man, I'm coming in. I'm coming in with the spiders, son. I think we should take out the FOMO here if they do take a double block. Dude, like, just stay patient, right? Just stay patient, son. I think that's more correct. Force them to get delirium. If they can block, they just get delirium. Which means they may not double block, right? So, let's Lush Portico. What's on top? Spinner. Okay. I kind of like that, not gonna lie. Spinner pretty good. Alright. See if they do something with the Curator EOT here. Yeah, they gotta play around in our yard. They're too close to delirium in their own yard. Got a close one banging in here. See what opponent drew. It could all hinge on that. We definitely have threat and removal spell next turn, though. That's good news. Oh, what's giving the counters on the spiders? Yes, Zora was in play when these spiders hit the table. Okay, so they exile a sorcery. I guess they have multiple of those, so it doesn't matter. You have multiple instants as well? Yeah, you got Overprotect. Go ahead and take the land and grow this guy. Yeah, okay. Get him big. Get him big. 7. Okay, we're at 11. You're at 11. Is there a way to do this? Hold on. Hold on now. See if they bang in with everybody. Because this is a big decision. What they actually swing with here is huge. But personally, I think they should swing with everybody. Okay. So 3 of the men are coming. So far. They haven't actually committed yet. You got it. Tronic Killer, it's a good game no matter what. Here come all of the boys. Yep. Okay. 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage. So that's 13 damage. Hold on, let's do that different. I can block you, and I can block you. And neither of these guys die, and we just win the game, right? So I don't know what this card is. But we block here, that guy dies, we keep our guy. Block here, that guy dies, we keep our guy. They have Snakeskin Veil, maybe? But even then, these are safe blocks, I guess. And then we take 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you just get it? 7, 8, 10. If you have Snakeskin, we lose then, right? If you do have Snakeskin, you just play it on an unblocked guy, we lose. Let's find out. Let's make them have it. I mean, pump spell anywhere. Literally, we couldn't do anything about a pump spell here. Violent Urge. Okay, so that hurts. That sucks. We go to 1. Spinner. Get lost. Okay, so. Can't kill them this turn. But. Can't have 2 blockers and a removal spell. So as long as they don't draw Wildfire Wicker Folk, we may be okay. They also can't draw, like, a removal spell that kills the 4/3. Put him at 6. In the turn. This is a game of Magic. This is a game of Magic right here. See what they drew. It's kind of on that in some ways. Alright, exile a card from a yard. They're going to try to make both Curators big. Spend more or less all your mana. We still have a card, though, and that could be anything. Could even be a boat. Could. You never know. Alright, brother. Sister, perhaps? Come on, man. Just do the thing you're doing. Please. Please just do the thing you're doing. You're doing it. There we go. Alright, so we exile another card. We got 2 7/7 raccoons now. So here comes the boom. Here come the attacks. All 3 boys, that is correct. That is correct. So Snakeskin Veil still kills us here. So, I mean, same situation we were in last turn. Block a curator, kill a curator is the idea here. Do you have trample? Oh my god, they have trample. Oh no, they have trample. Oh my god, they have trample. Oh no! Well, good game, opponent. We died of trample. Good job. Good game. Good game. We died of trample. We just died of trample damage, no matter what. Stupid, stupid trample damage. Man, that makes me so mad. That makes me so mad. Why does it get trample? Why can't it just get big? You know? Just get big. Why you gotta get trample? Well, good game. Yeah, just dead to trample, right? Miscalculation there, yeah. Well, I mean, it would have been the same thing. You know what I mean? Them having trample kills us regardless of what play I make. You know? I guess I could always not attack with this guy, but I'm not going to do that. Like, I have to try to win the game. So, I think either way we did the right thing. We go first. I'll take it. Last game of the night. We're on it. We can do this, y'all. We can do this. Faith. Spirit bomb. Hands on my back. I feel you in my... I feel your spirit inside of my heart. Espiritu in mi corazon. Here comes Zunar Doric over here. I'm not speaking gibberish. That is our opponent's name. We are playing against Zunar Doric. And eventually, we'll play some Magic. Opponent takes a mulligan. We play Portico. Forest on top. I actually think we might have enough. I'll need a 4th land eventually for one of our anthems, but I think we'll happen across it in due time. 4 Solana Worlds. Uh-oh. Whoa! It's always bad news. Now, they tell you to bolt the bird, but I'm not sure that you want to lose 1 mana value to the bird and give your opponent 2 map tokens, so maybe I'll just get lost whatever they play. Famous last words. Here comes Janai and Api. I have no idea what this is. In the Spider-Man set, I think it might be a Gwyn card. Maybe. I don't know. Here comes Mossborn. I think we did the right thing. I think we may have done the right thing. We have to play Starting Town this turn. Let's get lost. The Moss. How about that? So we're up against like Tifa. We're just like a Tifa deck. Turns out if you have enough get lost, you win that game, but we'll see. See, man. Soon they'll have enough mana to protect the creatures they play, and that could be disastrous. You know? It's Spider Girl. It is, in fact, Spider Girl. This card. Isn't this freaky art? Isn't it? You see that big old spider that's like the same size as her? It's crazy. I couldn't do it. Tifa Lockhart. Alright. Alright. Well, they basically always have the protection spell, so... I guess we have to make them have it this turn. They play Escape Tunnel. Oh my god, please use the map. Oh my god, please use the map. Use the map, use the map, use the map. They're going to do it too. They're going to do it. Awesome. So, oh, they probably have another Tifa or Mossborn again. If that's the case, then we're just donezo. But I'm holding out hope. I'm never going to stop believing. Let's play Cavern of Souls on Spida. And while all your mana is tapped down, Tifa Lockhart player, I hate to do it. I'll take out your girl. I'm so sorry. Alright, clearing the way. Clearing the way, son. Let's make it work. Designers. You can't, are you, oh no, they've roped. Oh no, they've roped to removal. Okay, so they don't do anything. Good. Alright, so I assume that next turn we just play a Mossborn Hydra. Get on with the stomping, you know? I'm more or less out of removal spells. There's 4 more left in the entire deck. There's 50 cards left in the deck, so... less than 1 in 10 chance of drawing removal is probably not great. Chocobo comes down. The Saz's variety. Escape Tunnel number 2. That's going to be a big Chocobo soon. Just you watch. I'm going to start mapping it right now. Spring Bloom Druid on top. It's going to be a big bird. It's going to be Sesame Street in here. Such a big bird. Gonna go ahead and get rid of them tunnels. Gonna do it. Yeah, they're gonna map with the Lano Elves. If they have to. Counter goes on the bird. It's big. That's already a large animal. They put the druid in their yard. Trying to. Oh, don't say oops. You're good. No, you're. Sorry, man. You're fine. You're okay. Let's spin her into Mtg. Try to set up a board here and to rouse the swarm. 2 flyers. Swinging in for 6 next turn in total. It's, you know, it's whatever. Artifacts and creatures they control intertap. That could do a thing. Swing for 2. We'll also gain some life off of Rouse the Swarm, which could be, I don't know, something. We'll see. Fabled Passage. Wow. Wowee. Wowie zowie. That's a lot. Passage happens. Here comes the forest. If you could guess, I would imagine you'd probably have known that. Here comes Spring Bloom Druid. Woo! Daddy, that is going to be a fair number of counters on the Chocobo. Good lord. Good lord. It's a 7 power guy. Yeah, don't swing with the elves. You're getting too excited. Oh man, I'm gonna no blocks for now. I really am. Go to 13, dog. Well, I guess we go back up to 17 next turn. They're out of mana for now. Are we gonna get lost? Dude, somebody up there likes me. Let's rouse the swarm. Good news. Good news, everyone. We get a Spida. Let's bang on in with the boys. I guess we'll do it with the team here. See what our opponent has to say about it. You gonna block with the elves, man? You can do it? You can block with the elves? Block with the elves. You just gonna take 11 and go to 3? You gonna kill me next turn? Do you have it? That'd be crazy. If you did. I guess if they like... Well, no, they can't do that. I was gonna say they play Mossborn and go in unblock. They did not block with the elves. That's... What are you... Whoa. That actually concerns the crap out of me. It really does. I am worried. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage on board, give or take. Traveling Chocobo. Oh, no. So, what is that? 2, 4, 6 counters on the Chocobo right now? That's 13 damage by itself. That's a lot. That's only 15 damage altogether. Please beat Mono Green Landfall. Please do that. Lana Elves on top. They throw it in the yard. What a day for a daydream. I think we're going to do it, guys. I think we might be able to do it. They do have 2 cards in their hand. 2 open mana, really. But you got, Hot Shot. I believe in you, Zunar. Zunar Doric. Well, let's win a game with Spiders. Let's win a third game with Spiders. Hey, Dev, just wanted to say happy birthday to me. Blair Mountain, happy birthday to you. That might make the YouTube video. So seriously, happy birthday. Here come the boys. They really are swinging out. I'm going to block with this 3-2 random guy. What do you do here? Nothing? Nothing happens at all? We go to 15? Sick. That's the best thing I ever saw. Awesome. Let's play Zora. Why not? We can do that. Sure, you know. And then I guess we get in for enough damage to kill you. Is that happening right now? Let's find out. Yes, we are. Okay. Okay. They good game us. They good game us. I'm gonna give them a tip of the cup here. Alright, so we did it. Turns out all you have to do against Mono Green is remove their guys. It works every time. 60% of the time. It works every time. So that was Spiders. That was Spiders. The games we won, we looked like a pretty good Magic deck. The games we lost would look like the worst deck you ever saw in your life.